Oops. Hey everyone. It's me and I've got the lighting issue again. Alright, so let's have a look. Okay, see if that's any better. How are you all? Hopefully it's a bit better. Welcome, thank you so much for joining and being a part of this today. Hopefully we can get this right. Hey, I just want to show you what it's doing outside. See the snow coming? Just. So that's what I'm looking at. Great. Welcome everyone, thanks so much. Thank you to my honey for being here. Well, he's upstairs. Yeah, it's snowing, but it never shows how snow goes probably. Hey Karen, thanks so much for being here. Yes, all is always well. So that's a good thing. Whoops. I will get this microphone just clipped up. And we'll just use the microphone until it runs out. Big flakes coming down, I know, right? We've had really strange time. Hi Mina. Had a really strange time with the weather here in Colorado. With it with it being funny with this snowing, and it was just hot the other day. Hi Vicky, thanks so much for coming in. Welcome everyone. Hope this finds you happy and well wherever you are. And glad to see you guys here for this new moon. It's actually right now the moon is in Taurus as we speak, because it's 3 p.m. Well, 3 p.m. apparently Eastern time. So that is right now where I am. So, oh, perfect, Tara. I hope you guys have been enjoying your packages. If you have got packages, I hope you enjoy them. So I'm just going to burn as I always do. You're welcome. So interesting. Oh, thank you, Lisa. Sweet lady. It's just because I'm a reflection of you. Okay, so I'm just getting this sage burnt. Try not to burn it everywhere. Oh, cool. Awesome, Tara. We are having an auction on Facebook tomorrow, and I did have a link up in the chat, but it got taken down. Not by me. But we won't go there. So tomorrow at 3 p.m. we will be showing you some of our new Lemurians, smoky quartzes, all kinds of stuff. So I have one really crazy wand that I wanted to show you as well. So hopefully tomorrow you'll be able to be there on Facebook, Divine Miracles. You just get this, I always like to have my sage just clear the air. Cold snow, day one, next warm, upside down. Hey Grace. Oh dear. So yeah, you'll have to re-sign up if you're going to get the discounts for sure. Hey Ruth. So thank you so much for being here. Really glad that you guys see my notification, and happy to have you guys along. We're going to do a little bit of a talk about this particular new moon and what it's going to mean for us, what's coming in, a new chapter beginning, of course. So with any new moon, it's a brand new beginning. And as we know, when we have a full moon, it's usually a conclusion. Hey, Candy, welcome. So I'm going to keep the microphone on as long as I have power on my phone, and then I'll have to swap it over. We may do some cards. I'm going to be asking some questions, taking you through a little bit of a grounding process and declaration. Awesome, Grace. Glad to have you guys with us. And of course, as you can see, hey, Lillian, as you can see, the light is already here. It doesn't even matter if I shut the windows. it's gonna be here. So we're just gonna have to go with it. Yeah, so I'll take you through a declaration. We'll be calling in the angels of May and Taurus. Oh, hey, Michelle. Rochelle, thanks so much from the UK. A lot of people coming in. Thank you so much for being here. Yeah, so we'll be working with the angels of May and Taurus, Asmodel and Ambriel. So pink and yellow energy. So we'll be doing a bit of a declaration to bring in those particular angels. Okay. Before we even get started. So I'm just going to wait for everybody to get here, and then I'll take you through this guided declaration, meditation, making sure you're all nice and grounded and feeling strong and feeling protected. Hey Patty, welcome. So we want to feel really protected right now as we are about to embark on a brand new journey. All right. Oh, nice, Karen. Yeah, so we are dealing with like pinky kind of purpley light, kind of like my tablecloth there, and the yellowy gold energy. You guys on Patreon yesterday, I was showing all these different cards, and they all had these beautiful colors. So I know today that I'm just going to use my intuition and guide you through this grounding and protecting, activating energy. All right. But what I'm going to ask you guys to do while you're listening is to hold something that you wish to change. What do you want to see? What do you want to change? A new chapter in your life. What's it going to be for you? And obviously changes are inevitable. We're always changing and growing and shifting, etc. But what are these changes going to mean for you? So I want you to just have them in your mind. You don't have to put them out here on the chat or anything, but just have them in your mind, because when we do the declaration and connection with these angels, as well as your light team, of course, and all of your guides, etc. Hey, Lords. When we do this activation, I'm going to ask them to transmit information to you. All right, so the transmission will start once we get ourselves right into the right space. Okay, we always need to be in a place of receiving. You know, you can't just get messages all day and think that you're going to be okay. You shouldn't be. So I always have to go within and open that space in order to receive messages and give messages. If I'm not giving messages or asking for messages myself or channeling or something, it's all shut down. So that's to protect you, you know. So I do have a lot of experience with people, you know, all the time having their energy open, and you leave yourself very vulnerable to attack. So if people don't feel grounded and all of that sort of thing, you will when we finish the declaration. I'm just going to wait for some people to come through. No, you don't want to hear random messages. Right? One thing about, you know, negative attack and, you know, what can happen with those different things that I was talking about in other videos, you know, on mental health and spirituality. What can happen is that if you have interferences, yes, there we go. If you have interferences with, say, for example, there's been a shock to the body, or you've had a loss of a parent or an animal, if you've gone through an accident, if you've had surgery, if you've ever been on if you've ever been on medication or anything like that, if you've witnessed violence or a lot of arguments, these are the times when your energy is lower, and these are times when interferences can happen. Hey G! So we want to make sure also that when we are receiving messages, we're not getting fake messages as well, that are just coming from negative forces trying to make you believe in a certain way. When you have negative forces connecting with you, and talking with you, they're going to turn your mood very quickly. It's one of the signs, right? Is turning your mood really quickly, getting you very irritable really quickly. Your mood changes like that, right? And you've got to be careful, because then suddenly your messages are tainted with negative energy. Thanks, Tara. So we want to be really safe whenever we're doing any work, of course, and working with these different angels and connecting. We're doing it all whilst we are under very, very strong protection. We're going to go into the triple shield of protection, and we're going to bring in not only our spiritual light team and these particular angels for the messages today and the transmissions, but we'll also bring in a special clearing team, clearing angels that will lift away anything that's negative. You just have to be open for it to lift away as well. Hi, Dana. So you just got to be open and have that energy on the surface. Anything you don't need, anything attached to your aura, anything that's been interfering, anything that's been causing you upset or sleeplessness, anything that's causing you to stop meditating, anything that's making you feel irritable, all of these little things, it's a really good idea we'll clear all that while we're going along. You may have things very specific to you, and I do recommend either having a reading or a phone call with me for those specific clearings as well, right? What was I going to say? Something else was coming in. Something else was coming in right then, and I just forgot about it. Okay, so specific clearings, yes. Also, if there's been things, you can't expect just one phone call for a lifetime of problems as well. So, if you really want to get well and you really want to, commit yourself to that, I would commit myself to 4 or 5 sessions at least, going along and doing the work and having the result. It's worth it to you. Hey, J-Rock. So organizing those sorts of things with me is really easy, okay? But yeah, have a think about what it is that you want to get rid of. Have a think about what you want to bring in. Have a think about a question that you have for the angels. So when the transmission begins, you're going to feel it or hear it or sense it loud and clear as we do this today. And then I'm going to talk to you guys about the new moon in Taurus and what this can bring in. Those of you who have Taurus in your chart, this is going to affect you, okay? And it's going to really bring financial success as well, because we have Venus sort of sitting in here. We have a few planets sitting around this energy right now, around this moon. And Venus, connects with abundance, and so does Taurus. So something's happening, okay? Many people are really affected by the new moon. It's either one or the other, yeah. So either you feel the new moons more, or you feel the full moons more. It's sort of like a thing. And for me personally, I'm like you guys. I feel the new moons more. But in this particular case, this particular moon hasn't bothered me as much. The only, So this particular moon being in, this new moon being in Taurus, this hasn't bothered me that much. It's when it's more, because this is more earthy, grounded, connected kind of energy. But when you get all the wispy ones like Scorpio and Cancer and Pisces, all the emotional moons, that does me in. Crying and stuff. And, just releasing, a lot of releasing. So now's the time to make a list also of the 9 wishes that you have. Yeah, right. So it's interesting energy. I'm just like, I woke up this morning, I was like, oh, all I have to do today is the live show and go shopping. I'm like, this is going to be great. So some people, if you've been a mess, okay, don't think of it as a bad thing. Whenever you have a big emotional reaction to something, or you're a mess, or you have sinus issues, or you have a flare up, or you have coughs and colds and all that stuff, if you're feeling that way, that means that something's coming out. So that's good. That's a good thing, to have it come to the surface like that. And then people, what they do is they go ahead and suppress it, take all these tablets and stuff. You don't need to suppress it, you just need to acknowledge it, and then it goes away by itself. Or use some oils. Oils are far better than pharmaceuticals to, get you feeling good, connecting with that. All right, so we're just going to probably give 5 more minutes, and then I will lead you guys through a bit of a declaration, visualization. All I want you to do is hold an intention. Hi, Lillian. Well, it births in the new, and it's a new birthday, so it's a new year for you already. So what do you want to have happen? How do you want to change this year, this particular year, starting from now, from today? We're always in these cycles of change, and bringing ourselves into new vibrations all the time. So, what do you want to have happen? That's what you've got to focus on, as that being your reality as well. So thank you to all my tribe here who are so kind that comes in. It's one thing that people say, I love the group, that's it. The neti pot is good as well. But I love the group, that you guys all welcome everybody in, and everybody gets excited to see each other. And I think that's awesome that you guys are so cool. Thank you so much. And welcome. If you're just new here and you've never come before, I hope that you enjoy how this is done today. Sometimes I do readings, sometimes I do talks, sometimes I do channeling or meditations or all kinds of stuff. But it's all about you and empowering you. It's my mission. My mission is to help you help yourself, and bring as much information forward as I can as well at the same time. So much information going up here at the moment, it's not even funny. And sometimes we have a spin the wheel game. And, oh gosh, I have to tell you guys that the next time we do the spin the wheel, we have a bonus game that is at the end. It's a bonus round. And it's on a timer, and it's going to be exciting. And you will have to watch and see what that bonus game is. So definitely being accomplished. I'm glad for that. So can't wait. And thank you to everybody. Look at you all. You're giving so many blessings to everybody coming in. That's just lovely. So I hope that there's many blessings for Lillian's birthday. I know, Candy, we gotta. I came up with this idea. Like at the end, some people miss out on the auction and stuff, and some people just miss out. And at the very end, if we could finish it off with this fast-moving name, and I don't want to say what it is because I want to surprise you. Well, if you really need a Lemurian Karen, I'm going to have some put up on the website soon. I thought I did have one Lemurian there on the website, but maybe not. Yeah, I love laughing. But yeah, I have got a shipment of new Lemurians, and so that's why I wanted to do these, show you them in these particular spin the wheel auctions, but I will have a handful that I'll put on the website, you know, and if you want one, we can sell you one. I'll pick one out for you. Yeah, okay, that's okay. I'll get some. I'll tune something in for you, Karen, and I'll tell you. But you know, the Lemurians are going to be the particular ones that we have. The smaller ones are like between $50 and $70, and then you get these bigger ones, and they go up from there. But these smaller ones, like this. See, this is AAA crystals because they're so clear inside. Okay, but they're really, really, I mean, you start pinging everywhere over your body. So those of you who have got one and you've got one from us, let us know. Oh, you got yours, Candy? Awesome. It just does so much work. It doesn't stop working with you and feeding you information. Yeah, he was on fire at his gig. All right. So Wednesday we're going to be, now what's happening is a friend of ours has sent us a laptop so we can use this laptop, and on the laptop I've got Zoom, and so I'm figuring out, but I think I can go live with Zoom on Facebook and YouTube at the same time. So I'm going to work all that out so I can do the both, or even just a split screen, and go live like that. And awesome, Patty. And then go live with it, and you can see the crystals really well that way. So we've got a few things coming. I've just got to figure it all out. They make it look so easy when you watch a tutorial and then you go to do it and nothing's working out the same screen that they have and all this stuff. So I need to probably this afternoon figure it all out. But yeah, see you guys tomorrow, and then again at this weekend for the new game that we have also. We'll eventually have it into a proper game show. Why not? Nobody else does it. So, well, I haven't seen anyone else do that particular one anyway. All right, and we do have more of the angel auras and of the rainbow ones. You guys really love those. They were really strong. Try to keep things that are super high vibrational, because as you go up, you don't want something pulling you down. You want something to keep you going up, 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 right? Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get started with this declaration. Bringing us all into a place of safety. Bringing us all into connection with these fantastic angels who we will get to transmit information for you. All you have to do is just be open to receiving. Yeah, get that real bendy snake butt microphone. All right, and I'll wear the outlandish outfits. Okay, so get ready to just get these transmissions happening. All I want you to do is, hi Crystal, all I need you to do is just listen to my voice, okay, and hold the intention. You can repeat after me, but I may be going a little fast, so it's good if you just listen to the words and get them into your being, right? Connecting into your being, and we'll see what changes occur because you've brought in not only your spiritual light team. Hey Desiree, lots of love to you as well. Thanks for being here. So bringing in not only your light team, your clearing team, and these particular angels, Asmodel and Ambriel, for the activations. All right. Hey hippie love, just in time. Just in time. Hey, Desiree. And yeah, so Desiree should have, she's got a Lemurian crystal as well. So if you do have your Lemurian crystals with you, or any of the crystals that you got from the store, get them out. All right. Many of you all are just in time for me to get started with the declarations and bringing in these angels. Hi, Linda. So all I want you to do is just have a focus in your minds. A question you might want to ask the angels when they come in. There will be a certain time, and angel is now getting ready to give you a message and transmitting it. Okay. Hi, Ophelia. Getting ready to transmit the messages, etc. And we will pause for a moment while you receive them. When you receive messages from the angels, they are generally quite short answers. Especially for this purpose, they may be a little bit short, the answers. So don't keep a big long question, because I'm not going to, I won't sit for half an hour in silence while you get a whole lot of answers, but it'll be a start, and then later on you'll be able to connect in again, because they're not going to go anywhere. They're going to be right there. So we want these activations because it is the new moon in Taurus, which brings us into a brand new beginning. And we want to focus our energy in the right way. And we want to be surprised by the messages that we receive for ourselves today. What's going to happen? What's the best course of action? That's something to say to your angels. Questions like, how can I improve my health? What's the next step forward? Who do I need to look out for in my life? What signs should I be looking for? Where do I need healing? What do I need to do, etc. So ask questions that are simple but to the point. And the transmissions are going to occur as Medell is going to work in the heart space. I can tell you that right now, that in your heart space and behind, if you imagine that there was a line from the center of your chest right out to the back of you, okay, there are doorways in between that space. Those doorways and chambers need clearing and protecting. Otherwise, one, you won't open up to the truest love of all, right? Because you'll be doubtful and hating on yourself. Second part of that is that you may not open up the doorways to the divine very well if these are all clogged up. So I know that Asmodeel's going to work on this. Ambriel is the other angel, which is a yellow angel or golden angel, working on your journey, working on things happening extremely quickly for you. So with Ambriel, you're probably going to feel more into your third eye. And remember that the same thing happens. It goes right into the back of your head, the center, like centralize this area into your brain. It's probably where Ambriel's going to start to lift and activate and change this energy to bring you more on the pathway that is your successful pathway, rather than all of these different experiences that we continue to have. We sort of get sick of having experiences and lessons. We're ready for all that to finish and charge ahead. The trick is that when you're moving ahead on your journey, you can't then be focused on the past. You've got to continue to be focused forward, right? And in the here and now. And then whatever sort of trigger points come up, it's not something that you're focusing on. It's just something that needs to go, something that needs to let go in your life. So changes are inevitable. We're starting a new chapter. What's it going to be? And what do you foresee? And what questions do you have for the angels? Have this in your mind as we get started now. The chat off because I'm not going to be able to see it anyway. Right. And ready to go. All right, so everybody, as I said, get all your crystals, have your hands open with your crystals in them. Do not cross your legs. Just keep your legs open. If you're laying down, that's great. Just don't cross your ankles. We want a free flow circuit of energy. And I want you to imagine that all of your problems, issues, and just stresses are at the forefront of your energy. So say, okay, I'm just pushing them to the forefront of my energy. That's it. You don't think about it. It's done. Okay? Because we want to sweep this away. All right, close your eyes. Take a deep breath. Okay, relax. Take another deep breath. And relax. Now sit with yourself just for a moment. Just be still just for a moment. Feel where there's any tension in your body and relax it now. Relax your jaw. Relax your stomach. Don't be holding it in right now. Relax your shoulders down. If you can't, just pick them up and then drop. Breathe. Okay. Now just listen to my words. As a sovereign being of light, I hereby claim my own sovereign energy. I hereby give permission for activations and new energy to flow today. I give permission for my higher self to activate very, very strongly with me, and for the energy of the universe and source to connect with me now, placing me in the triple shield of protection of blue and golden light, surrounded with the white Christ light. Give permission for my spiritual light team to surround me, support me, and balance me now. I give permission for the angels Asmodel, the pink angel of love and light, to step forward now into my energy field. Standing in front of me, I also give permission for the angel Ambriel, angel of May and Taurus, the angel of our journey, to come forward now in golden light and standing next to Asmodel. Just use your imagination. It is done. And we are grounded into the very center of the earth. And we allow a clearing within our body to occur that will move down into the center of the earth and transmute that energy. Transform that energy to positive, beautiful light. And as we breathe in and up, we bring light back up through the lower chakras, back up through our feet, and through our body, balancing all the major and minor chakras now. And if we have shut down our connection to the divine, we give permission for an opening now, right up into the center of the universe, connecting with Source, connecting with sacred knowledge, opening all upper chakras and threading them with perfect white light. And breathe. Our light team, consisting of our angels, our guides, our loved ones, ancestors, animal guides, gods and goddesses, brothers and sisters of light, our special spiritual council, cosmic physicians, planetary commissioners, and they're connected to you individually in your own way. And we ask those that are working with us now to expand our energy 6 feet in every direction. Placing symbols of light, symbols of love, symbols of new beginnings, attuning us to higher vibrations, new journeys and adventures, and clearing away the old and stagnant energy, loosening any shackles and removing them, repairing any holes or tears in our aura, knitting over those spaces with golden light. And placing abundance in every direction of our lives. The angel Asmodel with the pink light and flowing robes steps forward now, even closer, and places a hand right on your heart space, gently, lovingly, and kindly. And she places her other arm up there, drawing down special light and information just for you. Have a question ready as she begins to transmit her messages to you in 3, 2, 1. Now receive her message. Feel the energy shifting and pulsing. And now you may ask her a question. 3, 2, 1. Ask now. And Asmodel stays with you, making further adjustments. She steps to the side a little, and the golden yellow angel, the angel of your journey, steps forward, placing his hands on your third eye and at the base of your neck, clearing the debris from your psychic doorway, making sure this area has a brand new guard you, getting rid of the old one now with thanks. And he's placing golden energy all the way through your body now, and transmitting a message to you in 3, 2, 1 now. Receive. And now you may ask your questions to Ambriel. 3, 2, 1, ask. And Ambriel steps to the side slightly, but is always there as part of your connection. And the messages may flow more later. And we just ask now for the spiritual light team and clearing team, along with the angels Asmodel and Ambriel, to just finish cleaning up, cleansing and clearing, activating and grounding, balancing and restoring, opening golden pathways ahead. And we give thanks that these activations are done now for this new moon. It is sealed through all layers of your entire being, through all directions of time and space. It is sealed with love and light, and protection, support. So be it, so be it. It is done. Take a deep breath and open your eyes when you're ready. Okay, let me see. So welcome to the people who came in while I was talking. But hopefully you feel very grounded and connected right now and just a little bit, nice, open, light. Maybe a few of you can share whatever messages you received. May find that a lot of the messages that we get from the angels are very similar in nature. You're welcome. So I wanted to start that way with some stronger declarations for you all. Really bring you into that new vibration. As I welcome to people who are coming. Oh, thank goodness, Desiree. It's just nice to be able to do it. Awesome, J-Rock. Oh, Futara. You're welcome, Lillian. Okay, good. Sometimes we don't realize that we're carrying around a little bit of a heavy cloud with us. You're very welcome. So what I'm going to do now, and just be ready to write down some things that you experienced. Excellent. Oh, that's perfect, Claire. Thanks for being here. Sweeping clouds of blue, gold, and green clouds. Oh, I love that. Well, you must have had a big adjustment, Ophelia. Make sure that you're get yourself some water as well. Oh, you're welcome, Rita. So we're going to be talking a little bit about the new moon and its energy, but also remember that big things have happened here. Okay? Exactly, Crystal. Came forward. Not sad, but grateful. Oh, J-Rock. You needed to know how important, each one of you needs to know how important you are. You know? How... Right. Well, there you go. Remember that you're in a place of receiving and protection. Nothing bad can come. If someone was touching your hair, that was to show you. Yes, that was to show you, how special you are. Maybe some of you just needed to feel that intensity of the angels working with you as well, like on every level. And feel what it's like when you have clearer energy, I just start talking. I start talking. I kind of make these up on the spot. And when you're going to meet this person, wait to somewhere in third you will. Oh. Awesome. So in a way that you're learning, how to receive messages. And you're learning, if you learn how to receive messages in a place where you're very safe to do so, you can trust the message. And the support, the protection, the declarations, the preparation, there's so many little steps towards getting it all right. I can't wait to teach the channeling course, which will run over many hours. And you'll be able to do this safely, because I've seen far too many times people claim to be channeling, and it's very dangerous. They don't look very well. They're doing it in the wrong way, all right? Or maybe it's not really a light energy that's there, and it's opposing that way. So there's just so many things to do in preparation, etc., and explanations that you need to be able to get yourself ready to do it. But by receiving these messages like this in this safe place, you're doing it. Oh, you're welcome, Crystal. No worries. It's my mission to teach you guys as well. So knowing that, tuned in a very good way. Awesome, Karen. I'll be looking forward to our next session with you on the phone as well. How interesting with the past life sessions that we've been doing on the phone. Okay, so let's have a look what changes are coming because of this new moon. You may have gotten messages and that you needed to write down. It could be more that come to you later on during the day if you reconnect in. You may notice that because you've had, like I said to you, you've had an activation right in the center of your chest. You've also had activations all around. Okay. Well, you're going to have to, people are going to have to learn to be very positive even in the worst situations. That's what we have to learn to do. So you can see it all as depression and hard and difficult, or you can start creating it to be, okay, this is not going to be for long. This is for a reason. This is happening. Things are going to shift. Things are going to get found out. Things are all going to change. And, you know, we have to learn how to be positive even in the worst of situations. Otherwise, each one of us that are listening here could say, well, it's hard to be positive when I've got this going on in my life. You know, we all have that. You know, not being able to see children for years, not being able to connect with family members, not being able to go and see people that I know, etc. Right? So we have to be strong in the face of adversity. This is what I'm hoping to teach you guys. That our reality can be different. Our reality can be completely different to what seems to be around us. And we can charge forward and no one try to do to us. Okay? And I feel like we all have to focus on that as much as we can. Yeah, this is going to pass. It's going to pass. So you can be grumpy about stuff. You can get annoyed. You can be crabby. You can shout. You can yell. You can be sick of it. And then come back. Then come back. Just come back. Just come back to it. Let it out, but come back. Always come back to that inner, you know, no one deserves your power. You must give it to yourself. Now, the new moon in Taurus. Okay. Let's have a look at some of the things that the moon energy and all the different planetary energies happening with us as well. Okay, and just so you know, I'm listening to this music, which was really nice in the background. It's called it's an album called Flying, and it's, I can't really read the first name, but it has the globe on it, and it's Peter something or other, but it's 5 hours of this just ambient music. So we have that on, Peter something or other. Peter, P-E-D-E-R, Island. That's the name, and the album is Flying. So awesome. Okay. New moon in Taurus. All right, let me read this to you. So on the 11th of May at 3 p.m., so I came online at 1 p.m. Mountain Time, which is 3 p.m. Eastern Time. The new moon is in Taurus. After an intense Aries and Scorpio new and full moon, the Taurus new moon is bringing much lighter energy and much needed renewal. This new moon cycle is asking for you to dream up what you've always been desiring and make your manifestations a reality. It's the perfect time to set goals for yourself, go with the flow, and allow yourself peace. The influence of Jupiter and the conjunction of the Sun and the Moon are making a powerhouse for manifestation, setting your goals, mapping out your plans, and letting yourself really start getting to work on what's next for you in life. So you know what your dream reality looks like. How can you put the work in to get there, right? Use this new moon to take those powerful steps into peace and happiness. So this is a little bit of a forecast for all of the 12 signs, Aries. Money's on the mind, Aries. It's time for all your ducks to align and for your focus to shift on the material world. What have you been wanting to create for yourself, Aries? How can you bring this into reality? And what means of money are coming or going that needs big shifts? Keep your eye on the problem and find your ground in your finances. All right, Aries, and then Taurus. It's all about you, Taurus, the way you perceive yourself, your ego, undergoing great change. You're becoming the person you've always wanted to be, and the new moon is here to guide you through that. Trust in the decisions that you've made and trust in your mental processes. Spend time with yourself to align what is at your highest and best. Your higher consciousness is bringing you to new realizations and transformations. Gemini, a chapter is closing for you, for a new one to be beginning, one that brings you closure and healing. You've come full circle. It's time to allow the past to stay where it is and move forward with what you want. Make your daydreams your day-to-day. The next one is Cancer. New opportunity is coming to you in the form of groups and friendships, Cancer. You've been focused on doing what is right, and now it's paying off. It's time to go with the flow and trust in your inner and outer circles. You're in for a busy time of change, forward movement, and socializing with the goal of positive change. Leo. What are you looking like, Leo? This new moon wants you to go for what you want when in terms of your working life. You may be settling into a new job or career, or be at the brink of what is coming for you. Trust that you're paving the way for yourself to be successful, and you will see the results that you've been looking for. Know what feels right and what doesn't. All right, Virgo. It's all in the brain for you, Virgo. What is next? That's the big question for you. This new moon wants you to dive deep into discovery and higher learning. What have you been wanting to do that you have put off? Where have you been wanting to go that you haven't? It's time to make a plan for how to take the next steps when it comes to learning. You know what you want, make it happen. Libra. You're in a new phase within your joint endeavors. It's time to step out of fear, deepen your partnerships with more intimacy in ways that you may have been avoiding. You know what you want to do, and you know what steps you need to take. It's a matter of taking action, allowing yourself the happiness that you seek. Don't be scared to dive deeper into trust and love. Scorpio. Your personal relationships are going to the next level, Scorpio. You're entering a new phase of life with those surrounding you and opening not only a new chapter, but an entire new book. It's a blossoming new start that allows for so much peace, love, and support to be around you. Don't be afraid of this. Allow yourself to transform with the change rather than running from it. Sagittarius. Setting yourself up for success with change in routine and physical health is going to do you well. It's been a battle, but it's time to take a look at where you are trying to better yourself and get that work in to see the results that you are seeking. There's no more time for excuses. Do what you need to do in order to feel good and be your best and highest self. Capricorn, it's time to get your creative juices flowing, Capricorn. What makes you feel a spark? What makes your creativity sing? It's time to take a look at these projects for yourself and allow yourself to go with it. Trust that your spark will take you to the headspace you want to be and open up opportunities that you've been desiring. And finally, Aquarius, it's a new beginning, what feels like home to you, Aquarius. Maybe settling within a new space or revamping what is already yours. New beginnings in what feels like home to you are here, along with new emotional foundations. Be open to these and keep your focus on self-care and showing up for yourself. Everything is falling into place. And Pisces, you're changing the way you communicate with the new moon, Pisces. It's time to stand strong and proud in your voice and be proud of your boundaries. The way you perceive yourself and how others perceive you will shift when you change your own mindset. Be who you want to be and don't ever apologize for it. Stand in your power and know your truth. It's a good time to look back as the last 6 months. What changes have occurred for all of us in the last 6 months? It's not only the start of a new moon cycle, but it's the last moon phase before the start of a new eclipse cycle. So the full moon will be an eclipse, okay? Endings, stopping, okay? So use this wisely to bring in the energy you seek. To look back on November lunar eclipse, it changes since that time as well. So this is an exciting and positive new moon that's ready to help you manifest and plan for the life that you want. So some of this has come from, or all of these with the zodiac signs from Astro Week. So I just wanted to share that as well. Okay. So what's next? So if you guys, not that I need to pull out any cards or anything like that, but if you guys have any quick questions that you wanted to ask me, now is the time. We'll see what comes through for you. So if you have any questions, you can just keep them quick though, because it's too hard to see. Coming in, it just goes. So does anybody have any questions? I know some of you are probably typing right now, but don't forget tomorrow to catch me on Facebook as well about 3 p.m. And this weekend we will be on YouTube for Spinning the Wheel and a new game. At the end of Spin the Wheel, there's an even better game. Awesome. So let me know if you have any questions, and I will wait patiently. I wonder if I think I have the questions up. I think I do. All messages. Yep. See, if you make a big question, I can't see it. It just goes in 1 sec. I don't have time to read it. So try to keep your questions short in the message. If I could stop it, I would, so I could read them. You may not even have any questions. Yeah, Desiree, there's a few things that you just need to adjust, and it seems like you're working on those things as well. So you are definitely on the right path, but be really open to other information as well. Yes. Okay, so someone said about working from home, and it feels like you'll be able to for a while, but also remain positive about it. Lisa, I'm not sure whether that is the right position for you if you're really miserable. I don't think it's going to improve, but you have to improve how you see it, because you're waking up dreading stuff, you know. You're waking up dreading things, and this is creating a heaviness. So trusting that everything is going to set itself in the right way for you. Sorry, there's a few questions all at once. Lords, will your daughter contact you soon? I feel like you may be still waiting a little while, okay? But remember to focus her on wellness with her. I feel, Candy, that it would be, there's going to be like a choice between two, okay? There's going to be a choice between two. Michael asked something about a relationship. Just trust in the situation. If you're questioning stuff, you may be, unsure within yourself or causing a worry that doesn't need to be there. So just sit with it and go day by day. Dana, I feel like there'll be 6 to 8 months where there's all these things falling into place for you. So it's now, but there's got to be more things that fall into place. And Candy, yeah, it seems like there's a couple of things. Just make sure you're clearing out any old stuff, Michael, so that you're not putting old fears into it as well. Jarok, I'm not really getting moving, as in moving house, but definitely traveling as well. Patty, if you want to know, it's like your position is safe if you want that, but if you're sick of it, start looking around, because there'll be something even better. Ruth, it's like you're part way there. I don't want to do anything like there's private stuff with regards to it. Want to open up to it all here, but it feels like you're part way there. There's more things that you need to do, because your body, mind, and soul all need to go together. Someone asked about their dad's books, and I feel that you will, although it may take some time. Focus on it happening quickly. Yeah, I don't see you moving, but traveling definitely. In fact, a lot of you are going to be traveling. Yes, for some time. Your hubby will be able to keep working from home, but there will be some changes that happen, all right? And you'll be able to go with those changes. Cool. And for Michelle asked something about it. Michelle asked about any messages for her, and there are some personal messages for you, Michelle, but on a larger scale. It looks like there's a transition happening with one of your sons into a new environment. Okay. There's also some stress around something that has nothing to do with anybody in the family. It's just a stress that's occurring because of the situation around you. Don't give in to any negative energy. This is for Michelle. Focus on everything being the way that it needs to be right now, and you're going to understand why it's had to happen as well. People are trying to find, as someone said here, trying to find the right partner. Try not to find anything, okay? Work on yourself first, and instead put the job on your spiritual light team and say to yourself, hey, spiritual light team, this is what's going on. This is what I would really like. Adjust my energy to fit the right person, and I will trust that I'm already on that pathway so that you can connect, right? Vanity, how can you heal your trust issues? You have to, well, the first step in healing anything is going to look at the first place where this happened, and usually it happens a long time ago, where we lose trust in situations. And to gain it back, you have to reprogram your mind. So, you have to reprogram your mind to think differently, but you first have to address where the issue of trust came from in the first place and not take it personally, right? Well, one thing for you, Karen, is, about positive energy within yourself is it's catching yourself in those little habits and changing those habits. Yes, Canary, just changing those little habits. So when you first go to, oh, everything is sucking and everything is hard and everything is difficult, changing that into, but there's a way forward, but I've got an answer for this, but I'm going to be protected, just always changing the way that is. So it's just a little bit of an effort. We can't suddenly just become positive. We've got to retrain ourselves to be that way. Specific circumstances for each person, for each of you that are listening. You all have your own circumstances. As I said before, you guys all have your own trauma responses, and the way that you've responded to things in your life, is going to also need to be addressed first. You really need to be honest with yourselves first. Are you going to find your brother? Be open to it, because the worry will block the flow, So when people go, oh, what's going to happen? And there's a worry. And underneath the what's going to happen, you're afraid that the worst is going to happen. And that's what you're thinking, The worst is going to happen. Why, I know I'm afraid. And then the fear triggers things, the fear triggers things, right? And suddenly you're triggered into all these different directions through fear. So, it's time to, all of you are on this spiritual path and you're all in different levels of it right now. And we need to use this time where the new moon is backing us. The new moon is working with us. Use this time to say to yourself, I'm going to be conscious. I'm going to be conscious of what I need to know. And the same thing for you, Patty. Just ask. I need to be conscious of things. I need to look for the signs. I need to not live in fear, not live in worry, not place worry on family by going, I'm really worried about my father or kids or whatever. Not placing a worry on an already worrisome situation, doubling down on it. Instead, adjusting and detaching, and saying to yourself, look, this is not going to help any situation if I sit there stewing about it, wondering about it, what's going to happen, and confusing the situation. So, bringing yourself into a vibration of wellness, placing golden light over a situation, detaching away from it. And it brings you answers very quickly. People ask, I know, that's, the answers are right there. Oh, thank you, Dana. He's so sweet. The answers are right there all the time because I am detached from the situation. So with you, Patty, pull away. Remember that everybody has their path and journey. Certain people are on ones that you're unsure about, and it's difficult and it's defensive. So we can't be that as well, right? We can't be defensive ourselves. When you learn to detach from any problem you have, no matter what it is, the biggest thing that people say to me is, I'm really worried about, and it might be a job, my husband, a person, my kids, my life, my forward direction. I'm really worried about money, where I'm going to live, what's going to happen in the future. Everything's going to shit. Everybody's saying the same stuff. I'm not even in it. I refuse to be a part of an illusionary, stressful 3D world. You lift away from it and you're like, oh my God, it's so much more peaceful here. And I'm going to allow the divine to help this situation. And I'm going to allow it by not questioning it. And it takes a little bit of time to remind yourself. because you're gonna sometimes be pulled into stuff, and it just takes that little bit of time to remind yourself where you're at, what you're doing, what have you done today, have you pulled your energy in, have you grounded yourself, have you did properly, have you just taken a moment for yourself, right? Yeah, I have to take your hands. Exactly. Well, then, if that's what you're doing the right thing, and good things come from that. Amazing results happen from that. Miracles occur that you couldn't have even orchestrated. Yeah. And, there are other things that interfere with your processing of thinking. Some people are not able to connect and meditate. And some people are not able to switch off the stress machine, Some people are not able to feel connected to the divine because there's been interferences in your energy for a long time, And with that, we need, specific clearing. Right. Exactly. So, it's okay for each one of you to have a little bit of stress situation going on, right? It's okay to admit it and sometimes be annoyed and overwhelmed. So it's okay to be there as long as you always come back and step by step in your own way. You don't all have to do it the way that this person does it or I do it. Yeah. Karen Eagle Star, your comments, they tend to cut off. I can't see half of them. So it starts saying something and then it cuts off. So I'm sorry. But I appreciate each one of you for, you're asking your questions and stuff, but you're also learning that you already know the answers. Each one of you do. It's trusting your answers that you're receiving. You should trust that. I'm also going to, my book is going to be, should I get more out there, take more action to meet what I have manifested. If you feel that calling to do that, be out there more. It's like there's an old Christian song and it says, take your troubles to the Lord and leave him there, right? Right? Just take troubles to the Lord, just leave it there. Stop trying to then go, now what's going to happen now? I used to be in meditation and, trying to get rid of some sort of thought pattern or whatever. And then I'd be in the meditation thinking about the problem and then I've got to be able to fix this, and I'd come out of it and I'd be like, well, I feel better, but what am I going to do now? What's the next step forward? And it's like you just did meditation and you asked for help and you're still trying to figure out how that help is going to come, when it's going to come, then what's going to happen, how's it going to happen, who's going to be there, who's going to shift it. You can't know everything, And if you do feel like you need to know every step of the journey, that in itself is a problem. That's a fear. That's anxiety pushing you. Gotta know. Why? Because you might have been a kid that had to know everything and had to keep on the edge of, their seat all the time in case something was going to happen. Some people are like that, right? So, it's past life stuff as well where you couldn't see a tragedy occur and it happened and you weren't ready. And you may have said to yourself, I've always got to be ready in case something happens. And so you live in this fight or flight mode all the time, which ends up with adrenal fatigue. You end up being completely fatigued and you feel completely sick over the whole thing. And there's so many different ways in which energy can help. So there's so many different energies that we have connected with growing up and changing and being with other people as well. And there's specific things that happen on an inner level with the different layers of the aura and those connected to the different chakras as well. Inside each chakra is a lot of information, like tons of information, and a lot of connections to the other chakras. There can be cords that go between one chakra and another that shouldn't be there as well. And, coming up in later lessons and things, we'll be working a little bit on those deeper healing issues, and courses surrounding the needlessly suffering energy of mental health and spirituality and all that's in between. And I've already got an outline for that book already written out. So I just channel in all the rest of it. But it's, there's so many other issues that are around right now as well, Michael, there's so many other issues that are around right now that we didn't used to have, 20 years ago or growing up or whatever. And now there are different, social phobias that many people have, especially from being locked in, right? People are being locked in, etc., and locked down, and all of that stuff, and that's caused a whole new wave of social phobias. Children that game all the time, whole new wave of social phobia. There's just so many different things that can begin to affect, and where you are on your journey now is making a decision to have a brand new start, fresh page. Open the book, change the direction, what's it going to be for you, kind of thing. So I really hope that you enjoyed the connection, Asmodel and Ambriel. And if you didn't get to do it, go back and do it later, of course. There's a lot of energy, there's a lot of messages in there. You could always go back and get more as well. Yeah. And I think a lot of people are doing that as well, just sort of pulling back a little bit more, depending on where you are, around the globe, and, what's happening in your area. It's going to depend on, who you spend time with or what you connect with, whatever, because you can't have certain things anymore, can't have drama as well. And you're going to find that you want less and less of that drama and dramatic energy and helping everybody all the time, or whatever it is for you. And people coming forward only when they want help, as well. And you're welcome. So tomorrow, live on Facebook, Divine Miracles on Facebook, okay, Devine, and 3 p.m. Tomorrow afternoon. We're going to have a new game. And then this week, I think it will be Friday night, perhaps. Friday or Saturday, I'm not sure quite yet. But we'll have a spin the wheel this week here with a new game. And it's very peaceful energy right now. It's lovely. It's like we're all floating. But I thank you all for listening. Thank you to my husband Bobby and for G for moderating as well. And we will see you really soon. Glad that you guys feel at peace. Thank you so much. And go back, Ashley, and listen to the connection. Thank you so much to all of you for being here. Lots of love always. Happy new moon in Taurus. And until the next time, bye for now. Bye.